Yo, what up everybody? It's your host Jean-Claude, and let me tell you, I just got back from the dopest trip to Japan. Okay, I am still planning that trip, but I dream about it every now and then. This place is wild, man. It's like stepping into a futuristic anime, but with way better food. We're talking vending machines for everything, toilets that sing to you, and enough neon lights to make Times Square look like a dim sum restaurant. So listen up, because in this video, I'm gonna be your spirit guide through the land of the rising sun. I'm talking about the must-see spots, the must-do activities, and some insider immigration tips that'll make you say, "Arigato, Jean-Claude, you're a legend." We'll even break down the cost of living because nobody wants to be eating instant ramen for a month after their trip, am I right? From the bright lights of Tokyo to the peaceful temples of Kyoto, we're gonna cover it all. And trust me, you don't want to miss out on this. So, if you're down for some crazy adventures, epic food porn, and enough laughs to make your sides hurt, then buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to embark on a journey that'll make you want to book a flight to Japan faster than you can say Konnichiwa. And hey, while you're at it, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future travel shenanigans. Let's get this show on the road. Alright, first stop, Tokyo. This city is on another level. It's like New York City on steroids, but with better fashion and way more politeness. Skyscrapers kiss the clouds, robots serve coffee, and Michelin stars abound. We gotta start with the iconic Shibuya crossing. Picture thousands of people crossing at once, like a perfectly choreographed dance of organized chaos. It's like being a sardine in a can of humanity, except you're swimming in a sea of selfie sticks and designer handbags. Crossing Shibuya is a rite of passage for any tourist. You haven't truly experienced Tokyo until you've been caught in the human tsunami that is Shibuya Crossing. It's a sensory overload with giant video screens, street performers, and the constant hum of a city that never sleeps. Just try not to get trampled, okay? Embrace the chaos, go with the flow, and try not to lose your travel buddy. Navigating Shibuya Crossing can be confusing. Ditch the map, follow the flow, and don't be afraid to ask for directions. The locals are super friendly and helpful. Wear comfortable shoes. You'll be doing a lot of walking. Keep your wits about you. Shibuya is generally safe, but be aware of your surroundings. Shibuya is more than just a crosswalk. It's a symbol of Tokyo's energy and modernity. Once you've conquered it, you'll feel like a total badass. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a glimpse of some Harajuku girls. Shibuya Crossing, a must-see for any visitor to Tokyo. It's a wild, wonderful, and slightly terrifying experience that will stay with you long after you've left the land of the rising sun. Just remember to bring your A game and your walking shoes. Alright folks, buckle up because we're leaving the neon jungle of Tokyo and heading to the ancient capital of Japan, Kyoto. This city is like Tokyo's more refined, more traditional older sister. Think Zen gardens, tea ceremonies, and geishas gliding through the streets. It's a whole vibe. And speaking of vibes, get ready for the most Instagrammable spot in all of Japan, the Fushimi Inari Shrine. This place is famous for its thousands of vibrant red torii gates that wind their way up a mountainside like a dragon's tail. Seriously, it's like a real-life Instagram filter but with more stairs. Now I know what you're thinking, stairs? But trust me, the climb is worth it. The higher you go, the more breathtaking the views become. Plus you'll get a good workout in, which is always a plus after all those bowls of ramen and plates of sushi you'll be devouring. Just make sure you wear comfortable shoes, bring plenty of water, and maybe pack a granola bar or two. You don't want to be that person who gets hangry halfway up the mountain and has to turn back. Not a good look. Now, you might be wondering, Jimmy, what's the deal with all these red gates? Are they just for decoration? And to that, I say, kind of. You see, each of these gates has been donated by a person or a company hoping to receive good luck and fortune in return. It's like a giant outdoor wishing wall, only instead of sticky notes you've got these massive vermilion-colored gates. Oh, and speaking of good luck, keep an eye out for the foxes. No, I'm not talking about those creepy guys who hang out outside high schools. I'm talking about actual, live foxes. They're considered to be messengers of the gods in Japanese folklore, and they're everywhere at Fushimi Inari. You'll see fox statues, fox charms, fox-shaped cookies. It's a whole fox fiesta up in here. And the best part? You can even get your fortune told by a fox. Okay, not really, but there are these little wooden plaques called omikuji that you can shake to reveal your fortune. Just don't blame me if you get a bad one. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, this all sounds very spiritual and stuff. Is that your vibe? And to that I say, hey, I'm a man of many layers, plus there's something about the serene atmosphere at Fushimi Inari that just makes you want to meditate or something. Maybe it's the sound of the wind rustling through the bamboo groves, or the sight of the sunlight filtering through the red gates. Or maybe it's just the fact that you're surrounded by nature and not the constant buzz of city life. Whatever it is, it's pretty damn zen. And if meditation isn't your thing, don't worry. There are plenty of other ways to find your chill at Fushimi Inari. You can grab a cup of matcha at one of the tea houses, sample some delicious street food, or just wander around and soak up the atmosphere. Just remember to be respectful. Take off your shoes before entering any of the sacred buildings, and whatever you do, don't pet the foxes. They may look cute, but they're still wild animals. And nobody wants to see a tourist get bitten by a fox on their Instagram feed. Alright party people, buckle up! We're about to hit Dotonbori, Osaka's neon-drenched wonderland of deliciousness. Imagine Times Square, but instead of overpriced show tunes, it's wall-to-wall street food. And not just any street food, we're talking next level, Instagram-worthy, makes you want to slap your mama good. We're talking takoyaki, okonomiyaki, kushikatsu, all the yakis you can handle, baby. I'm talking about eating so much, your pants become wish I was wearing sweatpants pants. Get your game face on, your stretchy pants ready, and your yen prepared to fly because things are about to get seriously delicious. First up, we gotta talk about takoyaki. These little octopus balls are like the Beyoncé of Dotonbori. Everybody loves them. Now I know what you're thinking. Octopus? In a ball? Deep fried? Jimmy, that sounds kinda sus. And you know what? You're right, it does sound sus. But trust me on this one, folks. One bite of these savory, gooey umami bombs, and you'll be hooked. It's like a party in your mouth, and everyone's invited. Except for the octopus. R.I.P. little dude. Pro tip from your boy Jimmy. Don't burn the roof of your mouth like I did. Those bad boys are magma hot on the inside. Learn from my mistakes, people. Next up on the Dotonbori food venture, okonomiyaki. Now this ain't your grandma's pancake, folks. This is a savory masterpiece, cooked right in front of you with all the toppings your heart desires. We're talking cabbage, pork belly, shrimp, cheese, maybe even some noodles thrown in there for good measure. It's like a choose-your-own adventure novel, but in food form. And trust me, this is one story you want to get your hands dirty for. And the best part? They slather this beautiful creation with okonomiyaki sauce, mayo, and a mountain of dancing bonito flakes. It's like a flavor explosion in your mouth. And the bonito flakes, they're like a little dance party on your tongue. So loosen your belt, grab your chopsticks, and get ready to experience Osaka's culinary soul. Just maybe pack some Tums, for safety. Alright folks, it's time to talk about the big guy, the legend, the one and only, Mount Fuji. This majestic volcano isn't just a pretty face, it's a symbol of Japan, a cultural icon, and a bucket list item for everyone. Standing tall at over 12,000 feet, Fuji-san is kinda like the Beyoncé of mountains, iconic, stunning, and everyone wants a picture with it. But unlike Queen Bay, this mountain plays hard to get, often hiding behind a veil of clouds. So if you're lucky enough to catch a glimpse of this majestic beauty in all its glory, consider yourself blessed. It's like spotting a unicorn riding a dragon while winning the lottery. Basically, it's a big deal. Now, you've got two options when it comes to experiencing Mount Fuji. You can be a go-getter, a summit conqueror, a champion of altitude, or you can be like me and admire it from a safe and comfortable distance. If you're feeling adventurous, lace up your hiking boots and tackle the climb. It's a challenging but rewarding trek, and the views from the top are said to be breathtaking. Just maybe pack an oxygen mask if you're prone to altitude sickness, for safety. But hey, if hiking ain't your thing, no judgment here. There are plenty of spots to soak in Fuji-san's magnificence without breaking a sweat. Picture this. You, a cup of green tea, and a picture-perfect view of Mount Fuji. It's the definition of Zen, my friends. Now let me tell you, Mount Fuji is a moody one. One minute it's showing off, all snow-capped and glorious. The next it's playing hide-and-seek behind a blanket of clouds. It's like it knows it's beautiful and likes to keep us guessing. But hey, that's part of its charm, right? It's like trying to catch a glimpse of a rare Pokemon. You gotta be patient, you gotta be persistent, and you gotta be ready to whip out your camera at a moment's notice. So my advice, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Build in some flexibility to your itinerary because this fickle mountain might decide to play peekaboo during your visit. But trust me, even a glimpse of this iconic peak is worth the wait. Alright folks, it's time to get real for a minute. We're heading to Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, a place that stands as a powerful reminder of the devastating impact of war and the importance of striving for peace. This ain't your typical tourist spot, guys. It's a place of reflection, remembrance, and hope. A place where we can learn from the past and work towards a future free from violence and destruction. It's a sobering experience, for sure, but an important one. It reminds us that peace is precious and fragile, and it's something we need to actively work towards, every single day. At the heart of the park stands the Genbaku Dome, a skeletal structure that once served as the Hiroshima Prefectural Industrial Promotion Hall. This haunting reminder of the atomic bombing serves as a stark symbol of the destructive power of war. But it's not just a symbol of destruction, folks. It also represents resilience, hope, and the enduring spirit of humanity. The fact that it's still standing today, a testament to the past and a beacon of hope for the future, is pretty damn powerful. Take a moment to let the weight of history sink in. It's a lot to process, I know, but it's important to remember the past, to honor those who were lost, and to work towards a brighter future. Beyond the Genbaku Dome, the park is home to numerous memorials, museums, and monuments, each offering a unique perspective on the events of 1945 and their aftermath. You can visit the Peace Memorial Museum, explore the Children's Peace Monument, or simply stroll through the serene gardens, reflecting on the importance of peace. It's a heavy experience, but an important one. Remember folks, peace isn't just the absence of war, it's something we need to actively build every single day. And the stories told within this park serve as a powerful reminder of that. Alright folks, bundle up because we're about to hit the Sapporo Snow Festival. Imagine a winter wonderland, but instead of gingerbread houses, you got giant ice sculptures. It's like walking into a freezer, but way more impressive. And you don't need your mom to yell at you for leaving the door open. This place is basically a giant art gallery, except the art is made of frozen water and will melt by spring. They got everything here, from famous landmarks to anime characters, all carved with more detail than my grandma's fruitcake. Speaking of detail, the craftsmanship here is insane. Like, how do you even make ice look this good? These artists need to give me some tips because the only thing I can sculpt is mashed potatoes on my plate, and even then, it's more of an abstract blob than a masterpiece. Seriously though, you gotta respect the dedication. Imagine spending weeks, maybe even months, chiseling away at a giant block of ice and then BAM! Spring comes and your masterpiece turns into a puddle. It's the ultimate lesson in letting go. Or maybe just a good reason to visit Japan in winter. Okay, you know how your mom always told you not to play with your food? Well, forget that rule because here in Sapporo, it's encouraged. Well, kinda. You can't exactly throw snowballs at these sculptures, no matter how much they resemble your least favorite uncle. But you can take pictures with them, pose next to them, and pretend you're part of this frozen fantasy land. I'm talking epic selfies with giant ice dragons, romantic strolls through snow tunnels, and maybe even a snowball fight or two. Off camera, of course, and the best part? No soggy bread, wilted lettuce, or lukewarm soup to worry about. Just pure, frozen awesomeness. Just try not to lick the sculptures, no matter how tempting it gets. Trust me, I learned that one the hard way. So grab your warmest coat, your goofiest hat, and get ready for an experience that's cooler than a polar bear in sunglasses. Just don't forget your gloves, because frostbite is not a good look. Trust me on that one too. Alright, all this talk about ice and snow got me craving something warm and delicious. Good thing Sapporo's got that covered too. We're talking steaming bowls of ramen, fresh seafood, and my personal favorite, hot sake. Because nothing warms you up from the inside out like a little rice wine. And for all you sweet tooths out there, don't even get me started on the Japanese desserts. We're talking mochi, matcha ice cream, and these little bean paste-filled pastries that are like a hug in every bite. But the best part about eating in Sapporo, you get to burn it all off by exploring the festival. It's like a guilt-free food coma, except you're actually having fun instead of just napping on the couch. So come hungry, my friends, because Sapporo's got something for everyone. Just be sure to pace yourself. You don't want to miss out on all the frozen fun because you ate too many mochi balls. Not that that's ever stopped me before. Okay folks, forget your fancy cat cafes and designer dog parks. We're going old school, back to nature with some four-legged friends who are down to party, as long as you got snacks. That's right, we're headed to Narra Deer Park, where the deer roam free and the tourists bow down. to their cuteness. Now, I'm not gonna lie, these deer are smooth operators. They've mastered the art of the head tilt, the soulful eyes, and the gentle nudge for crackers. They're like the furry mafia of the park, and their currency is delicious treats, and the best part is, you can buy these special deer crackers all over the park. So even if you forget to pack your own snacks, which, let's be real, you totally would, you can still get in on the action. Just be prepared to get swarmed. These deer ain't shy. But hey, who can resist a face like that? They're like furry little emperors, and we're just their loyal subjects, offering up tributes of deliciousness. And honestly, I'm not even mad about it. Okay, so maybe these deer aren't exactly like Bambi, they're a little more assertive? Okay, fine, they can be straight up bullies if you don't give them what they want. But hey, that's all part of the fun, right? Just imagine trying to walk through a crowd of people, except instead of people, it's furry, four-legged creatures with a serious cracker addiction. It's like a game of survival, but instead of zombies, it's adorable deer trying to nibble your clothes. And don't even think about trying to eat your own snacks in this park. These deer have eyes everywhere. You blink, and suddenly you're surrounded by a dozen pairs of pleading eyes all staring at your ice cream cone. It's like being trapped in a Disney movie, but instead of singing birds and helpful mice, you got hungry deer judging your every move. But hey, who needs personal space when you got cute deer, right? Okay, so we've established that the deer are the stars of the show here. But Nara Park's got more to offer than just furry beggars. We're talking beautiful temples, serene gardens, and a giant Buddha statue that will make you feel like you're an extra in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And if you're lucky, you might even catch a traditional tea ceremony or a group of geishas strolling through the park. It's like stepping back in time, except with more tourists and selfie sticks. But even with all the crowds, there's a sense of peace and tranquility here that's hard to find in other parts of Japan. Maybe it's the fresh air, the ancient trees, or maybe it's just the deer chilling out after they've had their fill of crackers. Either way, Nara Park is a must-see for any visitor to Japan. Just be sure to bring your A game when it comes to the deer. They can smell fear, and crackers of course. Alright, gamers, geeks, and lovers of all things kawaii, buckle up because we're about to enter a whole new dimension of awesome. Forget Times Square, forget the Vegas Strip, we're talking flashing lights, giant robots, and enough anime merchandise to make your head explode. In a good way. That's right folks, we're braving the neon jungle of Akihabara, Tokyo's electric playground, and the mecca of all things otaku. This is where your inner child comes to party, and your wallet comes to die a slow, painful death. Seriously, this place is sensory overload in the best way possible. Imagine a wall of TVs all playing different anime shows at the same time, while J-pop blasts from every store and cosplayers dressed as your favorite characters roam the streets. It's enough to make you want to break out your best Kamehameha wave. Just be prepared to be overwhelmed. Akihabara is not for the faint of heart. It's a whirlwind of sights, sounds, and smells, and it's easy to get lost in the maze of narrow streets and towering buildings. But hey, that's half the fun, right? Okay, so you've survived the initial sensory overload. Now it's time to do some serious damage. To your bank account, that is. Because Akihabara is a shopper's paradise, as long as your idea of paradise involves limited edition figurines, vintage video games, and enough manga to build a small fortress. We're talking multi-story department stores dedicated entirely to anime, gaming arcades where the games are still 100 yen, and enough maid cafes to make you question reality. Seriously, is that a real maid handing me a menu or am I hallucinating? And the best part is you can find pretty much anything here, no matter how obscure. Looking for that rare Pokemon card to complete your collection? Akihabara's got you covered. Need a life-size replica of your favorite anime sword? No problem, just head down aisle 5. Just be sure to set a budget before you enter this wonderland of consumerism, because trust me, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and walk out with a giant Gundam model and a year's supply of Pocky. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything. Alright, so you've shopped till you dropped, and now you're feeling inspired. Good news. Akihabara is also the cosplay capital of the world, so you can unleash your inner superhero, anime hero, or, let's be real, your inner anime villain. And the best part is, everyone here is super supportive and encouraging. So even if your costume is more DIY disaster than professional cosplayer, no one's gonna judge. In fact, you might even get asked for a photo or two. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even rent a costume for the day and go full-on anime. They got everything from classic Sailor Moon outfits to the latest and greatest from Attack on Titan. Just be prepared to strike a pose or two. When in Akihabara, right? So there you have it, folks. Akihabara is more than just a district. It's an experience. It's a celebration of all things geeky and awesome, and it's a place where you can truly let your freak flag fly. Just don't blame me when your credit card starts crying for mercy. All right. You didn't think we'd come all the way to Japan without hitting the beach, did you? I mean, I know what you're thinking. Japan, beaches, what's next? Sushi, ice cream? But seriously, Okinawa is like Japan's little secret. Think turquoise water, white sand, palm trees swaying in the breeze. It's basically the Hawaii of Japan, but with, less ukulele music and more, Japanese stuff. And the best part? No snow monkeys here. Just pure, unadulterated beach vibes. Although, wouldn't it be hilarious if a snow monkey somehow ended up on a surfboard? Talk about a fish out of water, am I right? Okay, bad pun, I know. But hey, at least the sun's out, right? Now you might be tempted to just park yourself on the beach and soak up the rays, and hey, I ain't judging. But Okinawa's got a lot more to offer than just killer tans. For starters, the snorkeling and diving here is off the charts. We're talking vibrant coral reefs, colorful fish swimming around like they're late for a meeting, maybe even a sea turtle or two if you're lucky. Just, try not to step on any starfish, alright? Those things are surprisingly crunchy. And if you're a history buff, Okinawa's got you covered too. It's got castles, it's got shrines, it's got enough historical significance to make your head spin faster than a ninja on a tea break. Don't worry, I'll explain all that good stuff later, but let's be real, the main reason we're here is to chill, right? And Okinawa is the ultimate chill zone. The pace of life here is slower, more relaxed. It's like everyone's on island time, even the pigeons. So kick back, grab a coconut or a Sapporo, I'm not picky, and just enjoy the good vibes. This is your chance to unplug, unwind, and maybe even learn a thing or two about yourself. Or, you could just work on your tan and pretend you're in a Japanese beer commercial. Either way, you're gonna have a good time. Trust me, this place is the definition of good deal. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to dive into one of Japan's most iconic, and let's be real, most intimidating experiences, the onsen. That's right, we're talking traditional Japanese hot springs. But before you start picturing peaceful mountain scenery and serene waterfalls, there's one small detail I gotta warn you about. You gotta get naked. Yep, you heard me right. Birthday suit in the buff, au naturel. But hey, don't worry, it's totally normal here. It's all about embracing nature and, getting up close and personal with your fellow bathers. Just try not to make eye contact. Seriously, it's way more awkward than you think. Now I know what you're thinking. Jimmy, I just ate my weight in takoyaki. I'm not ready to bear all. But trust me, once you get over the initial shock, it's actually pretty liberating. Plus, soaking in those mineral-rich waters is supposed to do wonders for your skin. And hey, who doesn't want to look 10 years younger, right? Okay, so you've stripped down to your birthday suit, now what? Well, before you can jump in the hot springs, you gotta scrub down like you're about to go into surgery. We're talking full-body exfoliation, people, and don't even think about skipping this step, because the onsen police are always watching. Just kidding, there's no onsen police. But seriously, cleanliness is key here, so grab a bucket, lather up, and get to scrubbing. Think of it as a pre-soak detox for your body and soul. And hey, maybe you'll even make some new friends while you're at it. Just, maybe keep the conversation light. Nobody wants to talk about their day while they're scrubbing their armpits. Once you're squeaky clean, it's finally time to take the plunge. And let me tell you, those hot springs feel like a warm hug from 1,000 tiny angels. It's the kind of relaxation that melts away stress, soothes your muscles, and makes you forget all about your troubles. At least until you have to put your clothes back on. Now, I'm not gonna lie, the whole onsen experience can be a little awkward at first, especially for us Westerners who aren't used to, hanging out naked with strangers. But trust me, it's all part of the adventure. Just embrace the awkwardness, laugh it off, and remember, everyone's in the same boat. Literally. Plus, think of all the hilarious stories you'll have to tell your friends back home. Just maybe spare them the details about the guy who forgot to take off his watch. Yeah, that actually happened. So there you have it, folks. The onsen, a uniquely Japanese experience that's equal parts relaxing, awkward, and unforgettable. Just remember, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Or in this case, when in Japan, do as the Japanese do. And by that, I mean get naked, scrub down, and soak up the good vibes. You won't regret it. Well, maybe a little. But hey, at least it'll be a good story, right? Alright guys, picture this. It's like 5 in the morning, your eyes are barely open, you smell like last night's karaoke session, and what's the first thing you crave? If you said a California roll, congrats, you're basic. But if you're down with the real Japan experience, we're talking Tsukiji fish market, baby. They're serving up sushi breakfast fresher than your grandma's gossip. We're talking mountains of fish. Some of them I swear I saw blink. Dudes in rubber boots are hauling giant tuna like it's a game of fishy Tetris. It's a whole vibe, like a rave for your taste buds, only instead of glow sticks, you're waving chopsticks. And trust me, the sushi here makes that gas station California roll taste like a sad, soggy fortune cookie. Okay, so you haven't really lived until you've seen the tuna auction at Tsukiji. Imagine this, dudes in these crazy hats yelling numbers in Japanese, bidding on these giant fish like they're trying to win a car on The Price is Right. I'm talking serious money here, folks, like enough to buy a house in some parts of America, all for a single fish. I tried to get in on the action, throw down a couple hundred yen, see if I could snag a bargain bin tuna, but apparently you need a license to bid. A license to buy a fish. It's like they're the bouncers of the seafood world, and my wallet just wasn't VIP enough. Now I know what you're thinking. Sushi for breakfast? Jean-Claude, you crazy! But trust me, once you've had melt-in-your-mouth sashimi and rice so perfectly seasoned it could make a grown man cry, you'll never go back to Count Chocula again. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, Count Chocula is delicious. But seriously, the fish here is so fresh, it's practically still swimming. And the chefs? They're like artists, sculpting these intricate nigiri pieces with the precision of a brain surgeon. It's an experience, man. It's like watching the sunrise, but instead of the sun, it's a piece of salmon. And instead of the horizon, it's your plate. It's beautiful and delicious. Alright folks, buckle up because we're about to hop on the Shinkansen, aka the bullet train, aka the reason why Japan laughs at your traffic jams. This ain't your grandma's Amtrak, alright? This thing moves faster than a squirrel trying to steal your trail mix. We're talking speeds so fast you can practically see the future. Okay, maybe not the future, but definitely your next meal because they got those cute little bento boxes on board packed with more deliciousness than a panda's picnic basket. And the best part, no bumps, no jerks, just pure high-speed bliss. Now I'm not gonna lie, the legroom on the Shinkansen isn't exactly built for a guy with my stature. Let's just say I had to get creative with my seating arrangements. But hey, that's part of the adventure, right? It's like a game of human Tetris, except instead of blocks, it's tourists and businessmen in suits. And you know what? It's worth it. Because when you're whizzing past those rice paddies and those Mount Fuji views, all your worries about cramped legs just melt away. It's like a Zen meditation, only instead of chanting Om, you're thinking, man, this train is fast. One of the best things about the Shinkansen, it's so fast it practically outruns jet lag. I mean, you step off the train feeling fresher than a baby after a nap. Okay, maybe not that fresh, but definitely less jet lag. It's like the train itself is a time machine, transporting you not just across Japan, but also through time zones. So next time you're in Japan, ditch the planes, ditch the buses, and hop on the bullet train. Your inner speed demon and your Instagram feed will thank me later. Plus, you can tell all your friends you rode the train that's smoother than butter on a hot pancake. You know, if you're into that sort of thing. So there you have it, folks. Japan, land of the rising sun, home of the freshest sushi, and inventor of the train that makes Amtrak look like a snail race. From the neon chaos of Tokyo to the Zen gardens of Kyoto, Japan's got something for everyone. Even for a guy like me who thought wasabi was just green mustard. Quick tip for my fellow travelers. Paperwork is practically a national sport in Japan, so stretch those wrist muscles and get ready to fill out some forms. On the bright side, even if your rent in Tokyo costs more than a small island nation, at least you know your sushi is top-notch. If you enjoyed this wild ride through the land of the rising fun, hit that like button harder than a sumo wrestler at an all-you-can-eat buffet. And don't forget to subscribe for more hilarious travel adventures, questionable life choices, and maybe, just maybe, some actual helpful tips. Peace out, my ramen-loving amigos.